One of the things that I have seen over and over again is referenced in Luke chapter 5, verse 37 and 38. You see, most of the time when you look at the Christians' faith today, even though they come unto the Lord, they still hold on to traditions. And that is the issue. Remember when Jesus rebuked the Pharisees because of traditions? Right? That is the problem here, brothers and sisters, that once we come into Christ, we have to come 100% fully and depart from the old wines, the old bottles, completely rejected, cut off. Into Christ is a new life, it's a new doctrine, new teaching of Christ that leads us to the Father. Let's read Luke chapter 5, verse 37 and 38. And no man put new wine into old bottles, else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish. But new wine must be put into new bottles, and both are preserved. Both are preserved. You see, when we come into Christ, most of the time, we came from the background of idolatry. Right? Especially in my background, my people are those that worship idols. When we come forth unto the Christian faith, we still hold on to some traditional background, traditional spiritualism, stuff like that. And those are the old wines. And it is not okay with the Lord. It is not okay. Because the rigid hearts cannot hold the gospel of grace. The old bottles represent the hearts hardened by tradition, spiritual pride, and self-satisfaction. The expanding, living power of Christ's message, which is the new wine, requires a flexible, receptive, and transformed heart, the new wineskins. The Pharisees' rigid framework had no room for the gospel. Christ had to turn away from the proud religious leaders of his day to find humble people willing to receive a new heart so his spirit could dwell in them. And that's exactly what happened in this last day too. We all claim to believe in Christ and all that kind of stuff, but what happened? Still a part of us brought in the old wine, the old tradition stuff that had been practiced. And we still brought those things into the bottle and it's gonna burst. The problem is that even in the one true God, still hold on to some traditions, something that derive from the doctrine of the devil. And I have seen that many brothers and sisters still hold truth to those traditions that which the Lord rejected. So the Lord said in verse 38, but new wine must be poured into new bottles, and both are preserved. You see, when we come into Christ, we come fully and let the Spirit of Christ change our life. Let the Spirit of Christ transform our body, our mind into the likeness of Christ. We should walk as He walked. We are to come fully into Christ and accept His doctrine fully. That is the pure wine, mixed nothing with the old wine. And this is what the Lord will please to see you and me is doing such thing as to completely immerse ourselves into the new wine and depart from the old tradition mind.